Hello, it's me again, Emily. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's reading, we'll be looking into what has manifested for you in 2023. And as you can see, I have decorated a little bit with the Christmas tree and the reindeer ribbon. If you're watching this in 2024 sometimes, you can still watch it even though it's Christmas time. I just wanted to decorate a little bit for my channel. So yeah, I wrote down some messages as usual, and they were ultra long, which is very interesting. I wasn't expecting that. So if you'd like to see more from me, don't forget to like, comment, tell me what you thought of this reading, and subscribe to see more from me and to support my channel. Alright, so I can't believe we are at the end of the year right now. This year has just flown by so quickly, So I just felt like doing a what has manifested for you in 2023. I did this reading on myself before I started recording, and it literally said everything that I have manifested in 2023 and even more. So I'm excited to get into this reading. Wow, excuse me, I don't usually yawn in my readings or during readings, but over the past two readings, I think I've been yawning, and I feel like as a collective we have a lot to say. Maybe we keep things in to keep the peace, or because we're too shy, or because maybe no one will be interested in what we have to say, what I have to say. So in 2020, by the end of 2023 or 2024, let's make a pact with each other. Everyone who's watching this, let's make a pact. We will say exactly what needs to be said when it needs to be said, so that we aren't holding any grudges, so that we aren't constantly feeling annoyed, so that we aren't angry at anyone, so that we don't regret the things that we didn't say, the things that we did say, the things that we could have said differently. We will say what needs to be said and nothing can be changed because it's been said. Yeah, we may hurt a few people, but sometimes people aren't ready to hear the truth. So go and speak your truth, collective. Okay. Wow, and just like that, I feel better now, okay? So, let's not get rudely interrupted again by another yawn. Okay, so over here we have group 1, group 2, and group 3. Take your time to choose which group is for you. Choose more than one group if you wish. If you don't hear a message in your group for you, continue watching until the end of your reading. If a message doesn't pop up, choose another group. Deep breaths in. 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. To choose which group is for you. Timestamps will be in the description box, and let's get to group 1. Hi group 1, welcome to your reading. Thank you for watching. So this is your what has manifested for you in 2023 reading, and it could be in the physical or subconscious manifestations. I wasn't expecting all of these messages to come through for each group, but it just came out. I was seeing these images, and usually it will take me quite a while to decipher from the images. But I was seeing the images and I was writing straight away, and I was like, look at you, girl. You go, girl. So I'll just read these messages first, and then we'll get into your cards. If you don't resonate with these messages, then continue on with your cards. So group 1, I'm seeing a traveling light orbiting a planet. You have been able to spread your light to many people. You may not be aware of this, but you are inspiring. Your words hold weight, and you are never ignored. Who would ignore you? Those who don't believe? That's only because some people aren't flexible with their beliefs, thoughts, and mindsets. You can't force people to understand. It's not possible. Either they're on your wavelength or not. You can now keep it moving. The right types of people will stick by you and will appreciate you for all that you do. You are worthwhile, with a love heart at the end. Oh, group 1, I love that message for you. And so maybe you have felt like people have been misunderstanding you, or not, not clicking with you in any kind of way. But that's for your own protection. They're out for you, group. one. So maybe what's been manifesting for you in 2023 are the right types of people for you, or even so, you distancing yourself from old friendships, and maybe you have become a loner because of that, and you're not understanding why do I not connect with my old friends anymore? What's happening? What's wrong with me? I don't know what's going on right now. But it's all for your own good, because when you aren't connecting with something, why would you keep yourself in that situation anymore? Because if you stick around, then you're just doing yourself more harm than good. If you're not connecting, then you're just going to feel disconnected with yourself if you stay. Yep, so more connection with yourself and more connection with different types of people. All right, so let's get into your tarot cards. What have Group 1 manifested in 2023? Oh, I like the way that fell. Yes! Wow. The way the Emperor just showed itself, the way it just jumped out of the deck with such confidence and authority. And then as soon as I saw the Emperor, I was like, yes! Get it? Yeah, the Emperor. The Emperor wants you to know that you have manifested great confidence in your life. You won't let anyone tell you anything that you don't already know. You won't tell people what they don't want to hear because they aren't ready to hear it. I feel like you have manifested great discernment in your life, Group 1. In 2023, maybe before you used to struggle to get your words across, struggle to plan things with people, struggle with this, struggle with that, but it's like you have picked your struggle. The easiest struggle is the struggle you'll go with, because it's easier to mold in your own vision, because you're not constantly hitting a brick wall. You know, you're able to keep going and going, and it's like, I see resistance here. Okay, but that's okay. It's not resistance as in I need to stop. It's resistance as in I can keep going and I will grow as a person. I will become more confident in my own abilities and in all that I say and do. And people will or have been able to feel that energy with you, Group 1. You know, it's like your energy has shifted throughout the year. Like, you used to be meek and mild, perhaps. Next thing you know, by the end of this year, I mean business. That's you saying I mean business by the end of the year. 7 of Swords. I'm getting pick your battles. You don't need to fight every battle. You don't need to hit every wall. You don't need to work on everything all at once. It's I'm doing this now, and these things can wait, or I'll leave them alone. That discernment again. I am discerning that this is worth my thoughts. These are worth my thoughts, my words, this, that, the other, and leaving everything else behind because it's just dragging you down. Wow. The Star. These cards just reversed. Should I leave them reversed? Okay, I think I should leave them reversed. The Star. You have been able to move on, no questions asked. Maybe sometimes, like at the beginning of the year, maybe you asked loads of questions which caused you to linger. You aren't lingering anymore, Group 1. There's no time to linger. What is going to happen if you linger? Nothing but stress, anxiety, or pushbacks, like energetic pushbacks, because you're not meant to be there. You know where you're meant to be with the Emperor and the Star, actually. It's like you have found your path and you have stuck to it, and you feel proud of yourself for sticking to that path. Pick a path and stick to it. I'm kind of getting the Chariot card here, like where you're going and going and going, not knowing if the end goal will be exactly what you envisioned, but what the hell, I'm gonna go there anyway. Oh, I forgot to cover up the naked body. Here we are. it's it's giving me pick a path and stick to it and see where you end up. And no matter where you end up, you will be in a confident space. You will know yourself. It's giving know thyself, group one. You know this thyself. Oh, beautiful. And then we have the Temperance card in reverse, because it was upright before, but they just kind of turned reverse. So the Four of Swords and the Temperance card. Let's move you here. And then the Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Ooh. The Eight of Wands wants to show itself as well. So you have manifested some sort of movement, group one. It doesn't matter what kind of movement it is, it's movement nonetheless. You can't see your way forward, but maybe sometimes may have been a struggle with the Four of Swords and the Temperance card in reverse. But because we have the star here, it's not like you haven't been able to heal. Because the Four of Swords and the Four of Swords and the Temperance cards suggest someone who's healing, who's resting, who doesn't overwork themselves. They know their limits, but in reverse, it's kind of like pushing themselves to the limit and not knowing when it's time to rest. So maybe what's manifested for you is the time to rest, or noticing when it's time to rest, to recover. Recover. Because what use is pushing yourself to the limit going to do for you? I feel like you have understood that question throughout this year. If I keep pushing my body to the limit, what's going to happen to me? The Seven of Swords is saying, I am going to pick what's worth my time and energy, because if I don't, then I'm just going to end up burnt out, low, anxious, feeling out of alignment. This is saying that you are in alignment. With the Two of Pentacles, this person is in alignment even though they are juggling between two things. Wow, the Temperance is kind of juggling with the Cups, and the Pentacles is juggling with the physical world. So maybe you have been focusing a lot on your physical world, but then I feel like at the same time, as you are focusing on the physical world, maybe that has healed you in some kind of way. Maybe it's healed you in some kind of way. Because I know that this isn't to do with healing. This is feeling out of alignment. But then at some point, forming some kind of alignment with yourself. The Emperor is aligned. They know themselves. They know when they're out of alignment. So then they ask themselves, okay, what can I do to get myself back into alignment? I know what to do. I'll do this, this, and this. If the Emperor wasn't there, then I would say maybe you have struggled quite a lot. But the Emperor is here. So I feel like you have learned your lesson of rest, recuperating, being in and out of alignment, and finding yourself on top. Ooh, wow. Alright, so let me see, what other cards do we have? What other messages do we have for group one? We have the Magician, yeah. Wow. And then we have the King of Pentacles. Yeah, there's something to do with the physical world where, yeah, the Pentacles is to do with the physical world, but it's about having your sights on what you want and not knowing how to get there. And the Magician is just working hard and trying to create the life that they want for themselves. They have their thoughts, their mindset, their knowledge, they have their money, they have their resources, they have their energy, and they have their emotional maturity. And it's like, what can you create based on all that you already have? And you have created with what you already have to create something new with what you have already what to create something new with something that you already had. You have created some form of financial stability or even stability in the physical world. And I feel like with the star, I know that I said out of alignment and focusing on the physical world. Maybe your physical world is all good and you have been able to focus or are going to be able to focus more on your spiritual world and your emotional world as well. Even though the magician has it all already, what more can you do to add to your spiritual, mental, emotional wealth? Because maybe you are wealthy in a physical sense, but how about working on the others? Maybe you've been working on it, or there is time to work on that coming out of 2023 and coming into 2024. And I feel like making life a more pleasurable activity. I don't know why I'm getting the Empress card here. The Six of Pentacles. Yeah, definitely working on your physical world and seeing how you can up level yourself. You've done a lot in 2023 and it's brought a lot into your life. But what's next? What's next spiritually, emotionally, mentally? You can have it all. Don't limit, don't, okay, I'm just going to say don't limit yourself to what you can have. Don't limit yourself to what you can feel. Don't limit yourself to what you can sense. Don't limit yourself in any sort of capacity. Not being able to rest is limiting yourself in some form of capacity because you are moving from an empty cup. And what's that going to do for you? It's just going to deplete you. But if you move from a full cup, you're in the Emperor constantly. So consistently work, moving forward, consistently work on your rest, consistently work on consistently being in alignment with your path, your purpose, your heart, yourself, So your insides can match your outsides and your outside can match your inside. That makes sense with the Strength card as well. The Strength card is so in alignment with self, is not afraid of the darkness within themselves. Well, the darkness within themselves, which means our traumas, our grief, our sadness, and being in alignment with the happiness, with the joy, and with the fulfillment, and not feeling like the two of them are totally separate. Because we have to feel some kind of emotions. We have to feel sadness, annoyance, and we have to feel happiness, joy at some points, right? So why not feel them wholeheartedly, confidently, and know how to work through ourselves? So let's move forward. We have Moon Cat. Nighttime. Working on your rest. Also your intuition, your spiritual self. And I was getting the Empress as well. I don't know why I'm feeling the Empress card with the Moon Cat as well. So it's like working on the Empress and the Emperor, they are in alignment with each other. They are for each other. So it's all about working with the masculine as well as the feminine. So the masculine is a go-getter, going after their goals, how you take action. But the Empress, the feminine, is all about how you rest, how you give to yourself, how you love, focusing on the finer things in life, where you feel comfortable, and loved. Also, your intuition, maybe you've built up your intuition after feeling out of alignment. So it's like you've manifested a stronger intuition and a belief within yourself. Yeah, because intuition, when you listen to your intuition, that's having strong belief in your own feelings, in your own judgments. So it's becoming more confident in your own judgments and not feeling like what you are saying isn't right. What you are saying doesn't make any sense, or I'm not going to say anything at all, only to find out that you were right in the first place. So what is there best to do but just speak up when you need to speak up? Don't let your voice go to waste, group one. Oh, okay, this one really wants to be read. And then we have metamorph. Don't know where I was going with that, but yeah. Metamorph. Having the best of both worlds. You've been able to have the best of both worlds, the masculine and the feminine. There we go with the Emperor and the Empress again. I didn't even take out the Empress, but the Empress is very loud in this reading, you know. Even when, oh, that makes sense. Even when the Empress card isn't here, she's still here making her mark. So even when you feel like your intuition is on a down low, even when you feel like you aren't taking care of yourself as much as you should be doing, then you can bring that back into focus, because it's never missing. You can always take breaks. You can always take care of yourself so that you can get back into alignment and you can be a go-getter like the Emperor, you know. And that's something that you've learned in 2023, and maybe you can keep that lesson going into 2024 and for the rest of your life. Wow, guide represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. You, group one, have manifested a great belief within yourself, within your own abilities, your thoughts, your intuition. And you have come into deep alignment with yourself. Oh. And your intuition. Trickster, transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. It's giving the Magician card again. So basically we have the Magician card twice. So you have manifested what you've been manifesting all this time. And it's just about sitting back and watching it as it unfolds. Because you've sent out a lot this year, maybe about working hard on what you want, or it's just about moving towards it without even knowing that you are moving towards it, or you are just thinking about what you want and sending the waves out into the universe and wondering, when is my time coming? That sounds really ominous, but when is it my time to shine? When is it my time to get what I want? But sometimes you got to put in the work to get what you want with the Emperor and the King of Pentacles, because the King of Pentacles and the Emperor didn't get to their position by sitting around watching the time go by, wondering, oh, when is this going to come towards me? No, they believe that this is what they want. They have put their wishes out into the universe, and they work towards that, and they keep that hope in mind. They kept that wish in mind, that I want this and I'm going to work towards this. And that's how manifestation works. The manifestation isn't going to knock on your door and say, hello, I'm here. You have to go for it. You have to meet the universe halfway. Exactly. So there's the work that you put in and the work that the universe puts in, so that you can meet with what is meant for you. And maybe you have begun to realize that in 2023. Wow. And then let's get to your last cards. We have love, Before you can truly love another, you need to open your heart and allow yourself to receive love first. If you open your heart to love, it will flow into your soul. Yeah, I feel like you have been trying, or at least acknowledging the fact that you need to rest so that you can be an open channel, so that you can trust yourself, your intuition. And it's like you've learnt self-love with the Empress again, with the Empress. Responsibility. Become discriminate about the people you choose to help. There are too many people in your life who don't take responsibility for themselves and instead rely on you to sort it out for them. Wow, that makes sense with the message I wrote down with you may have left old friendships behind because you may have come out of alignment with them and you're wondering, why am I here? There's too many people in your life. So maybe you cut them down a size and be like, okay, I only have one friend left. This is okay for now. But there's more to come. I feel like there's many layers to what's coming in 2024, and it's just working and weaving through those layers so that you can get to the core of the apple. And then we have strength. You need to stand up and have an opinion because in this case, yours is the only one that counts. This decision will have long-term effects on your future. Exactly. You've learned to be strong in your voice. You have learned to speak up for yourself. You've learned to say what you want, what you need, and you have also learned to keep some words to yourself because it's not going to be understood by many types of people, and you have observed that as well. And even I wrote that down as well. You can't, oh, where is it? Those who do, okay, who would ignore you, those who don't believe, that's only because some people aren't flexible with their beliefs, thoughts and mindsets. You can't force people to understand. It's not possible. Yeah, either they are not on your wavelength or not. You can now keep it moving. Yeah. So you have recognized that some people aren't worth your time. Some people aren't worth your words that come out of your mouth. So what are you going to do? You're just not going to say it and just keep it moving, because what is the point in wasting my time here? What is the point in me wasting my breath on people who won't change their habits, people who have been the same way for 20, 30 years and will not change anytime soon? You have noticed that, and it's an empowering kind of feeling to have. The Emperor is empowered in his power, so you have kept on empowering yourself throughout 2023, and it's not gonna notice by some people, and you have noticed it for yourself because you are the one who was taking the leap. Oh, I get it now. You're not resting until you have improved your life, you have improved your circle, until you have just improved overall, because it's your responsibility to create the life that you love, that is strong, and that will stand the test of time. Wow, yeah, which will have long-term effects on your future. So you have been making moves that will affect your future in 2023, which is great because it's your path. You're finding your way slowly but surely, but you're still finding your way. Any more messages to come through? Let me just see first. You are being guided, yeah. I'm getting like a puppeteer and a puppet. Something is pulling strings and you are also moving independent of those strings. Oh no, let me put that differently. So the universe is the puppeteer and is creating something, making moves for you, and then you are another puppeteer who is making moves for yourself to get to the other puppeteer, which is the universe. I feel like that message has already been said, but that's the image that was coming up just, so I thought I'd just say that anyway. So you have, it's like you've mastered the art of working with the universe. Well, I wouldn't say mastered, I think mastered is a strong word, but maybe you have realized that the universe can't do all the work for you. You have to meet the universe halfway for your manifestations to come through. So some of your manifestations have come through through you working hard at it, and some other manifestations that you didn't even know that you wanted to manifest are just there, or just have been there because you have worked with the universe, and the universe wants to reward you, has wanted to reward you. Wow. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you anyway, group one. Very beautiful messages right there. I'll just reread these messages and that will be the end of your reading. So group one, I'm seeing a traveling light orbiting a planet. You have been able to spread your light to many people. You may not be aware of this, but you are inspiring. Your words hold weight and you are never ignored. Who would ignore you? Those who don't believe, question mark? That's only because some people aren't flexible with their beliefs, thoughts and mindsets. You can't force people to understand. It's not possible. Either they're on your wavelength or not. You can now keep it moving. The right types of people will stick by you and will appreciate you for all that you do. You are worthwhile with a love heart at the end. Alright, yeah, so that's what I'm seeing for you, group one. Thank you for watching. I hope you can resonate with these messages, and you can leave a comment, tell me what you thought, and to just interact with everyone else who may comment as well. So that's what I'm seeing for you, group one. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi group two, welcome to your reading. So this is your what has manifested for you in 2023, and it could be in the physical or subconscious manifestations. So before I get into your reading, I'll read these messages, and if you don't resonate with these messages, continue watching with the cards. I wrote down so many messages. I wasn't expecting to write so much, but I guess it's just basically an overview of your year, so it's a lot of messages to get through. Alright, so group two, the cards were very chatty for you. Like, I just wanted 2 of the oracle cards, but 5 wanted to come out, so I was like, okay, let's do it. So group two, you have manifested a lot of laughter, good times and silly times where you will hold dearly in your memories. You have experienced many positive and uplifting core memories that will hold you up in the darkest of times. You are now able to hold your head high and walk with dignity. The truth is all you need, and the truth is on your side. It has been a time where honesty is the best policy. You know where you stand, and as do others. I appreciate you in all you do. Keep moving with your head held high. You've earned it. Wow. So while I was writing these messages, I was seeing images from Elemental, the film Elemental, where no, not Elemental. It's what is that film? The one where they're all emotions, like the sadness, happiness, anger, and other emotions. And so maybe you have been working on controlling your emotions, not letting your emotions get the better of you. Maybe through doing shadow work and putting yourself in situations where, you know, this could potentially lead to an outburst, an angry moment, or this or that. And what was I going to say? I feel like I forgot what I was going to say. So I feel like many feelings or emotions have been forgotten. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Maybe you have been working on forgotten experiences from the past. like working on yourself to enlighten yourself. Oh, that makes sense with the Hermit card. So it's like bringing up past situations and wanting to be alone most of the time. So maybe you've manifested a lot of alone time, a lot of reconnecting with yourself. I feel like maybe you have become your own best friend. Your relationship with yourself has really improved over the past 11, 12 months, because I'm filming in November. And it's like you've realized that alone time is the best time. Time spent alone is not time wasted. And you have manifested or even carved out time for your alone time because you appreciate it, because you feel like it's necessary now. Maybe in the past you have been running away from yourself. Maybe you felt like alone time wasn't necessary because you are scared of yourself and what might come up, or you didn't appreciate yourself. So a new level of appreciation has surfaced for you in 2023 group 1. Wow. So the Eight of Pentacles. Maybe this is working in silence, or working for yourself, or working on yourself, doing that internal work, or even being able to paint more. So more alone time means more productivity and more creativity. The more time you spend on your own is the more creative you will feel and the more productive you will become. Wow. Oh no. Wow, do you see how all them cards just fell out of your deck? So it's all out of order and it's all a mess. So I feel like maybe life has been feeling like a mess, and it's like you have been putting it back together a little bit at a time with the Eight of Pentacles. Little bits at a time. Rome wasn't built in a day, group 1, and I feel like you've begun to realize that in 2023. I feel like you've manifested more patience for yourself, more patience for the process, more patience with your work, more patience overall. That makes sense with what I was seeing as well with the emotions. I can't remember the name of the film, but practicing patience, practicing paying attention to the detail, practice makes perfect, group 1, group 2. The Knight of Swords. Judgment. Yeah. It's like the more you worked on yourself, it's the clearer your mind became or becomes, and the more you work on yourself, the more liberated you feel. You have been manifesting liberation, freedom, a clear mind, being able to think straight, think clearly, and being able to be honest. Yeah, that's what I wrote down. Be honest. Tell the truth when you need to tell the truth, because the Knight of Swords just charges in without thinking, and maybe they'll feel bad afterwards for what they said without thinking, but at the same time, did that thing need to be said? Because no one else is saying it. Sometimes we just need to say what no one else is saying, group 2. And it's like getting the truth all out there was necessary for your own healing. So you have manifested big healing situations, I'd like to say. Because I feel like you've put yourself out there. Even though we have the Hermit, it's like I'm going within. But then the Judgment card is like putting yourself out there. There's an angel in the sky who's really talking down to these people here, and the people are listening. So this could be you have no choice. You have had no choice but to listen to yourself. People have had no choice but to listen to you. Once the Knight of Swords speaks, it's like Slam dunk, the words are here, they're all on the table, and you can't ignore words that are on the table because it's there for everyone to see. So you have not been ignored. The Ten of Cups. I feel like so much healing has happened. Maybe within yourself and with the family. Or this Ten of Chalices was all about healing your inner child, and healing your relationship with yourself has improved the relationship you have with your family. So you have manifested good relationships with your family and with yourself as well, through sheer honesty with self, and working on yourself, and just being more patient. I feel like I'm seeing the two of chalices here, where you're hearing the other side of the story. You're not interrupting, and lack of interruptions, and having those heart to hearts. So maybe you've been having a lot of heart to hearts as well as alone time, removing yourself from the outside world so you can improve the relationship you have with yourself. Just as you're not ignoring others, you are not ignoring yourself. You have not ignored yourself and your own needs. Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck. It's like you... okay, I'm getting like someone who, you know, when an artist can see their work in the air, and it's like, okay, I gotta paint this, but first I'm going to keep sitting with what I have in mind for a painting, and I can see the sketches being drawn out in the sky, and I can see the little details. I can see this, I can see that. Oh, I can't wait to put that in onto paper. I can't wait to create something. I can't wait to put it out there into the world. So it's kind of like you have been able to think things through, to sit with things, to observe things, and to process things, and then put it out there. And that comes with patience as well. Patience is a big word for you in 2023, group 2. It just keeps popping up in this reading. Patience, love. Because think about it, the Eight of Pentacles wouldn't be working on these pentacles if they didn't love it. They are dedicated to this because they love it. And it looks like the woman is totally immersed in what she's doing. You have manifested the time to be able to immerse yourself in what you love, doing what you love, being in places that you love, and working on things that mean a lot to you. Wow, that is beautiful. I just feel very like very calm, because you've gotten what you need out there into the world. Maybe you've written it down, maybe you've drawn it, whatever it looks like to you. And it's like you feel this inner peace because you're not holding on to these designs, these words, these whatever you've been holding on to. It's just out there in the open, and now my mind is clear. Oh, lovely. And then let's go to your next card. Eight of Swords, an unclear mind. I'm hearing the words, an unclear mind leads to an unclear heart. The Nine of Swords in reverse. Let's get one more. And the Ace of Swords in reverse. It's funny that these swords are upright, and then these two swords that are upright are in reverse. And then we have the Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So many swords. A lot of mental activity. Let's just put that there. Oh, okay, that makes sense then. With the working on yourself, working on clearing your mind, because these two swords in, well, the Ace of Swords in reverse is an unclear mind. It's a mind that isn't made up. It's a mind where, oh, if I think this, I can't say this because wouldn't it hurt people? Wouldn't it be like this, that, the other? And it's kind of like jumping to different conclusions as to how an event will play out. But then we have the Knight of Swords, who doesn't really care about how things will play out, how things will end. It just is, and then he goes, go, 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 go until the bitter end. So I feel like there was this stop kind of energy at the beginning of your year, but then slowly, with this going into hermit mode and maybe even going through a dark night of the soul, actually, the more you went through the dark night of the soul, it's the more your mind began to clear and to see things clearly. The Nine of Swords upright is someone who is in bed and is awake by all of their nightmares, all their fears, and maybe they said this many years ago and it's keeping them up and at night, replaying in their minds. But in reverse, it's kind of like, okay, this has happened now. I can't do anything about it. So what can I do that's productive and will get me out of my head? You have manifested times where you can get out of your head. To get out of your head is to get out of your own way, and to get out of your own way is to get into a creative process. That makes sense as to why I was seeing art in the sky now. So it's like you have been able to tap into your artistic side, your creative side, because you have been able to step out of your own way, to liberate yourself, to free yourself. Maybe there are times where maybe you'll slip into old habits and to think the way you used to think, but that's just a habit. Habits tend to pop up every now and then. But I feel like you are more focused, more dedicated, and more patient. There goes the word patient again. You are not allowing yourself to sink into old habits. You are freeing yourself and liberating yourself. I said that 3 times now, I think. Well, let's get to your next card. So we have... Are they all in reverse? No, I don't want them in reverse. Okay, so we have Illuminator. I'm hearing the song, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's an old song. Why am I hearing that? So wake up, wake up. So something about waking up and letting your light shine. Oh. And then we have Green Man. Oh. Wow, these are 2 very big vibes, because you can't ignore the sun and you can't ignore this green man's face in this image. It's just there right in the middle, and it has a very welcoming stare. It's not an intimidating stare at the camera. It's, I welcome you into my home. I welcome you into my space, my energy. And then the sun is expressing energy and is being themselves. So I feel like you have manifested warmth. You have manifested being more welcoming to others and welcoming to your own gifts as well. You have manifested feeling safe and secure in your own body, in your own mind, in your own space. You are so secure that no one can knock you down. Not anymore. Maybe before you could have felt like you could have knocked you down with a feather, but not anymore. It will take a whole hurricane to knock you down, group 2, and even still, you cannot be knocked down because you know yourself. You are strong within yourself. Your identity is you. You don't identify with anyone else but you. And that's a strong side of yourself to have. You have a lot of strength. You have manifested a lot of strength in 2023. Wow. Even now, just feel the warmth of your smile. Maybe you're smiling a bit differently now because you are lighter on your feet. Your mind is lighter, your head is lighter, everything about you is light. And maybe your aura color has changed, like a purple color. I'm seeing purple. And purple, the color purple is a spiritual color. Let me just Google this. Bear with me. The purple meaning. So the spiritual meaning of purple symbolizes royalty, nobility, luxury, power, and ambition. A person that loves purple is a person that is quick-witted, wise, brave, and spiritual. In the context of auras, a purple hue often signifies wisdom, intuition, and strong connection to the divine. The presence of a purple aura suggests an individual who possesses a deep understanding of the metaphysical world and a profound desire for spiritual growth. Exactly. You have grown spiritually and you are emanating such warmth and emanating that wisdom from within you. Oh, let's get to your other cards. So we have Bully. Highlights your tendency to intimidate others, helps you confront the inner fears that bully you. Exactly. Wow. You have worked a lot on yourself in 2023. Oh, I love that for you. I feel so happy for you, group 2. I don't know why. And then we have Gossip. Awakens considerations of feelings for others. Or awakens consideration for the feelings of others, honoring trust. Wow. And then we have Poet. This is all to do with your words. So many airy cards, so many swords. It's like you have been able to watch your words. It's not watch your words, but you are able to say what needs to be said and mean it. And not in a gossipy way, like with this gossip card. It's you are saying it because it needs to be said. And you are putting it in a beautiful language. With Poet, expresses soul insights in symbolic language. You're not going to say something that hurts people. You're not going to say something intentionally to hurt others. You say it because you mean well. You say it because you love them and you don't want them to ruin their lives by doing things that is harming them. Well, we have hero, heroine, passion for a journey of personal empowerment. Yeah. You are climbing high to your highest self for your highest good, group 2. Wow. Just like the sun is high up, you have done work high and low, internally and externally, and it shows. You've done so much. You've climbed a mountain to get here, and you should be proud of yourself. I'm proud of you, group 2. Yeah, exactly. I wrote down, I appreciate you in all you do. Keep moving with your head held high. You've earned it. You've earned this, whatever you're doing now, because you have done the work. You have done the strenuous, hard, difficult graft. And now it's time to shine. Samaritan, refines your capacity to help those who would prefer to ignore. Maybe you've been ignoring parts of yourself in the past, but then it's like in 2023 it was difficult to ignore, or it has been difficult to ignore. It's almost like a light bulb went off and it's like, okay, now it's time to do the work, to switch the light bulb back on, because it's dark in here, I can't find my way, and now I'm scared. What's scarier? The fact that I'm in the dark, or the fact that I haven't explored myself, and I don't like my own company because I don't want to explore myself? Which is worse? Which is to be feared the most? That's the kind of way I'm seeing it right now. Oh, and then let's get to your last cards. We have caution. There is no truth behind this farce. Be wary of smoke and mirrors. Look closer and the illusion will soon melt away, revealing a sanctuary where only truth remains. Yeah, I'm getting as well. Maybe you have had certain scripts in your head telling you this, telling you that, the other, telling you the untruths that will have you in your head quite a lot and will make you feel insecure and anxious maybe. But if you look closer, it's all an illusion. It's all an illusion. Sometimes our mind can play tricks on us. And it's up to us to decipher, okay, is this a trick or is this the hard, cold truth? And then your last card, indifference. Some things are worth worrying over, but this isn't one of them. Let go of the situation and reclaim the happiness that has been stolen from you via past events. Yes. I feel like I don't need to go into anything with that card because it's literally everything that I have said in this reading already. And I feel like just like that I could breathe. I felt like I needed to take a deep breath in and a deep breath out because you have done yourself some justice, group 2. You have done the work that needed to be done for so many years, and 2023 was that time to do it, to do the work, to get it over and done with so that you can live a life free of what's hanging over your head. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing for you, group 2. So I'll reread these messages and that will be the end of your reading. So group 2, you have manifested a lot of laughter, good times and silly times, where you will hold dearly in your memories. You have experienced many positive and uplifting core memories that will hold you up in the darkest of times. You are now able to hold your head up high and walk with dignity. The truth is all you need, and the truth is on your side. It has been a time where honesty is the best policy. You know where you stand, and as do others. I appreciate you in all you do. Keep moving with your head held high. You've earned it. Alright, so that's what I'm seeing for you, group 2. Thank you for watching. I hope you resonated with these messages in some way, and you can comment down below what you thought of this reading. Alright, thank you for watching, group 2. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in another reading. Bye! Hi group 3, welcome to your reading. Thank you for watching. So this is your what has manifested for you in 2023 reading, and this could be in the physical or subconscious manifestations. And as usual, I wrote down some messages for your group, which is pretty long. I wasn't expecting for it to be this long, but it has been a whole year, so many messages to condense down into writing. So I'll read those messages first. If you don't resonate with these messages, continue watching with your cards. So group 3, to manifest big changes, you must be the change, and oh, have you been that change? There's no rest for the wicked when they have their sights set on something, and well, you have had your sights set on many things. No Tom, D or Harry could get in your way. No, not if they know what's good for them. You mean business and the world knows it. Keep moving even though it's hard. That's how you know it's working. You won't see results if you sit around on an armchair staring at the clock thinking of all the things you could have been doing. I admire that you took the bull by the horns and did what you had to do. Alright, sorry for the stop-starty kind of feeling because I couldn't read my writing much there. So I was like, what does that even say? And stop, start. So maybe there could have been some halts, and then maybe you must have um, smashed through some sort of barriers because of this stop, start, stop, start. These barriers were keeping you back, were holding you back, but there's this sense of determination to get through the barriers and to change your life for the better. What were those barriers, group three? Was it your social circle? Was it your skills? The lack of skills? What was it? You know? And while I was writing, it felt like a very posh British person was talking to me while I was writing. I wrote down a lot of British sayings as well, or maybe they are American as well, I don't know, but I just felt like writing all of that. So let's get to your tarot cards first. So let's see what we can get for your reading. What manifestate? Oh, there we go. This Ace of Wands, actually no, it's fine. It wants to be upright. I was hearing as I was turning the Ace of Wands around, I can never be upside down. I can never be put in the corner. I am front and center and you cannot ignore me. So I feel like you have been manifesting being front and center. You have been manifesting an energy upgrade, group three. You have manifested all of these upgrades. I don't know why I'm seeing stairs, going up the stairs. You keep going up and up and up and no one's stopping you. No one could ever stop you. That makes sense as well with the, where did I write that down? No Tom, D or Harry could get in your way. No, not if they know what's good for them. Nothing and no one can get in the way of the Ace of Wands because it... Oh, there I am yawning again. I have been yawning a lot in readings recently, so it's like you cannot hold things down. It has to be out there in the open. So you have been manifesting being out in the open, being out and proud, being your true authentic self. Wow. And then let's get to your other cards. We have the Four of Pentacles. What other messages do we have? I feel like that's group 2's, because that came out in group 2. Okay, it wants to come out for you. And then we have the Queen of Wands. Exactly. You can't ignore the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands has a very loud voice, has a very strong presence. You will always know that she's there. Maybe she's the one dancing all day, every day. Maybe she's the one that is exercising a lot. Maybe she goes to the gym. Her body is gorgeous. Maybe she is the one who gives good advice and you can't ignore that advice. Who knows? But for some reason you have manifested having a platform. You have manifested good energy, good vibes around you. You have manifested to have good people around you in 2023. I feel like this Four of Pentacles is here because it's kind of saying, if I have to hold myself back, if I have to guard myself, if I have to put up boundaries, then why am I here? You have manifested to not be in places where you need to hold yourself back, where you need to hold your tongue, where you need to just not give much away. And also this could be you not spending an ounce of time, money and effort on things that don't even matter to you. So by doing that, you have saved a lot of money. So you have manifested a lot of money by not spending that much money. The Ace of Cups, wow. This is such a beautiful energy, group 3. What have you been doing? Wow. Oh, let me just sit with this energy. Wow, the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. You have manifested a platform for yourself. Maybe this is on YouTube. Maybe this is in your community. Maybe this is to do with your workplace. Who knows? Well, maybe you know, but I don't know. But you have manifested having a platform, having some kind of community that's uplifting, that's loving, that is accepting of you and others, where you don't need to hold yourself back for anyone, where you can share, where you can share resources, share energy, share love, share honest, heartfelt communications. If you are in a space where you feel like you can't share your heart with anyone, where you can't share your energy with people because this person doesn't like it, this person says you're too loud, this person says you're too sensitive, this person says you're too energetic for us, then that's not your crowd. Your crowd is accepting in all that you are, in all your glory. So you have been able to spread the truth. You have been able to speak the truth. You have manifested a loving environment for yourself. An environment where you can be looked up to, or you can look up to others as well. Because maybe you are in an environment where all people have a platform. Maybe this is the platform of truth where everyone can speak their truth, or this is to do with an actual platform like YouTube or being a teacher, something like that, that kind of a platform. But it's all about expression, self-expression, expression. Wow, beautiful. And then let's get to your other cards, because I feel like those messages cannot be overworked. We have the Page of Cups, cute. The Ten of Pentacles, exactly. Oh, group 3, this is so heartwarming. You have been able to manifest heartwarming interactions with people. You have been able to manifest heartwarming situations overall that appreciate your enthusiasm, that appreciates your creativity and your joy for life. You know, you have manifested a joy and love for life. I feel like you loved every moment of your life in 2023, even though at some points you've had to hold yourself back, even though at some points maybe that it was a bit rocky. But then I feel like you're taking those as learning experiences. Learning experiences aren't to be shunned. Learning experiences aren't to be ignored. Group 3, you have enjoyed the learning experiences because they add to your character, to your vibe. It's like, okay, this is information that I need, so I'm going to take it with me and I'm going to learn from it. So you have manifested some kind of learning. And then, okay, there we go. That's not for you because that came out in group 2. The Queen of Swords. Wow. Big energies here, group 3. And then the Pope at the bottom of the deck. That's the Hierophant as well. Wow. You have most definitely manifested a platform, group 3, one which is honest, one which suits you down to a T, one which one where you are appreciated because you are being yourself. It's like being yourself is the best form of currency, has been the best form of currency for your year. And it's like maybe you haven't been this much yourself in many years. Being in this place, in this situation around these people has enabled you to connect with this part of yourself, your energy, your emotional well-being, your emotional honesty, you know, and it's a beautiful thing. Here, group 3. Oh wow, that was a very funny feeling I just had. It's like I was hearing noises in my left ear and then my right ear, but like it wasn't like as if our noise was on the right side and then it came to the left side. It was like it moved from my left internally to my right ear, and then now I'm hearing the ringing noise in my ear. Interesting. So maybe your spiritual side has come out because, well, that makes sense with the Hierophant and the Queen of Wands. Your spiritual side has really come through. Maybe you're clairaudient, clairsentient, or claircognizant. So clairaudient is being able to hear messages. Clairsentient is about being able to feel things. It's like I feel and I know. Claircognizant is being able to think things and just know that things are happening or have happened. So it's like tapping into that. You've tapped into that so well. And even giving from the heart space as well. I feel like you have been able to give people what they need in a time of crisis, or give them what they need at the right time without them even saying, because you have felt them. I feel like you have been an empath this year. You have been just a giver overall, a giver of knowledge, a giver of truth, a giver of love, a giver of energy. Just a giver, give. I give this year. But that doesn't mean I won't get anything in return. What have you gotten in return, group 3? Because if you keep giving and giving and giving and you are not getting anything in return, you're just draining your resources or draining your energy. Not as if to say you give, I don't know, some words of wisdom, so now they must give you a car. I don't know. But that's an extreme example, but it doesn't work like that. Maybe some things you expect things to be given back to you, but on other things you don't need it. I feel like that was leading somewhere, but not really. So maybe there has been things where it's leading somewhere, but is it really going anywhere? And it's about acknowledging that and thinking, okay, is this worth my time and energy? Do I need to pull back, or do I need to go further in? And sometimes boundaries are necessary. You have been able to manifest boundaries for yourself. Well, I'd say not manifest, but be able to speak your boundaries. You know, because the Queen of Wands can only give so much of her energy. If the energy in the room is so low and she's just constantly up, and she's not getting any energy back, like no one is up with her, then is she wasting her time? Is she wasting her energy that could be used elsewhere in a different room with different people who are on her vibe, who are on her wavelength? Yeah, exactly. So let's go over to your next cards. We have Anima, Animus, and then we have Sage. Should I use that in reverse? I feel like you have manifested a big stage for yourself, like being able to be, I don't want to say the words higher than everyone else, but to, how do I put it? To help those who have less than you, and to empower others just by giving out wisdom, just by your energy being so warm, just by you being in other people's presence. Because I feel like a lot of people can learn from you. It's like learning to be their authentic self, learn to be honest, learning to put up boundaries, learning to be able to remove themselves from a situation when it doesn't suit them, learning to be more expressive, learning to be more emotional, learning to give. And you have manifested alignment with the anima and animus. That is the sun and the moon. So being able to express yourself, be out there, be out and proud, and show yourself who you truly are. And then the moon, who is intuitive, who's in tune with their spirit guides, who is in tune with their emotional world, and is not afraid to show it. So it's having a balance of the two sides of yourself, and not just be in one, which is just the sun, where you show up constantly, where you're in all of the parties, where you are too hot, you burn people, and not be too much in the moon, where you're too emotional, where you are volatile, and you're in the spirit world too much, and you don't have the balance of the physical world to keep you in check. So you've manifested balance in your life. Oh, amazing. And then we have teacher. Yes, teacher. Ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. Yeah. You have manifested a platform for yourself. You have been able to teach others, and others have been able to learn from you. There have been many layers to your year, and there are many layers as to what people can learn from you. So maybe you have courses out there for people, and maybe it's a 1 day course where it just gets straight to it, or maybe there's like 5 courses, and it's those layers within those courses that you have to go through to teach you something. Because sometimes we have to go through so much to be taught. There's too much depth for something to be taught in one lesson. Can't be done. Engineer, ability to give creative energy a practical expression, talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. You've used your brain a lot this year, group 3, especially with the Queen of Swords as well. That's a lot of using your brain and speaking on what you have thought about, speaking on what the knowledge you have found. It's all about putting it out there into the world in a strategic kind of way, because knowledge being put out there without any strategy is just a load of nonsense. It's like you put out a course that has 10 parts to it, and then the beginning of the course is in the middle, and the middle is at the beginning, and then the second course is at the end, and it's like it's all jumbled up. Where's the strategy? So you have been able to think things through before you put things out there. Oh, and then for your last cards, we have commitment. Ask yourself the question you often ask everyone else. What do you need? Listen to the answer and respond actively and committedly as you do for others in your life. Yeah, you've been able to commit to being this person who can practice what they preach, as well as being honest. You have been this person who is committed to speaking the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You have been able to listen to yourself and listen to others as well, and be committed to your teachings, be committed to the people around you, to your community, because you have that community. Why would you not keep up with them? Why would you not show them love? Why would you not show them that they are worth it? self-love. Self-love is not egotistical. It shows you and others that you are worthwhile and deserve love in all its forms. Wow, there's so much love here, group 3. So it's like you're in love with what you do. You have manifested a career that you love, energy that you love within yourself, a platform that you love. And creating all those things is an act of self-love because you are creating things in your own image. And you love your own image, so that means you love everything around you. You have created something that will last and that you love. Wonderful. Sometimes being too cautious is just an excuse for being afraid to take risks and move forward. Don't use this as an excuse to miss out on something amazing. Exactly. Just because you're being cautious doesn't mean you will miss out on many things that are meant for you. Because you've noticed that, okay, I'm holding myself back. Why am I holding myself back? Oh, that's right, because the energy is not matching mine. Okay, so I'm going to go to somewhere else and maybe this place will embrace me for who I am in all my energy, and I will be around the people who reflect my energies back. So you can be in beautiful places and in places you can commit to and in places where you can love yourself more because you are constantly being yourself, constantly and consistently being yourself. So how can you not love yourself, and how can you not love your life? I just want to say that you are beautiful people with all of this beautiful strong energy and an open heart and being committed to tell the truth and to teach others in the right way and not teach others in a half-hearted kind of way where people learn nothing or they are confused by what they learn, what they have just learned, because the course hasn't been put together properly, because there has not been that enough information in the slideshow. You know, it's like putting it all out there. You have been able to manifest a space where you put it all out there and you have left no breadcrumbs, because you can give your all because you have been given something in return. On some things and on other things you don't need anything in return. So there's that nice balance in your life and what you give and what you take and what you project out onto the world. Wow, yeah. So that's what I'm seeing for you, group 3 anyway. I'll just reread these messages and that will be the end of your reading. So group 3, to manifest big changes, you must be the change. And oh, have you been that change? There's no rest for the wicked when they have their sights set on something. And well, you have had your sights set on many things. No Tom, D or Harry could get in your way. No, not if they know what's good for them. You mean business, and the world knows it. Keep moving even though it's hard. That's how you know it's working. You won't see results if you sit around in an armchair staring at the clock thinking of all the things that you could be doing. I admire that you took the bull by the horns and did what you had to do. Wow, so that's what I'm seeing for you, group 3. Beautiful reading. I hope you can resonate with these messages in some way. So that's what I'm seeing for you, group 3. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in another reading. Bye.